Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your monthly reading for September 2023. This is for Cancer Sun and Cancer Rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional cultic cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity to get more specific and detailed with your reading. Cancer, I do this because I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it brings a lot more depth to your reading. So, Cancer, buckle up. September is going to be a month. Literally, that's what a month is. Anyway, Mercury is retrograde, so I'm probably going to say some things, and there may be things that happen around here. The camera's already shut off a couple times. I've had to redo it, but hey, we're going to work through it, okay? Here's the thing, Cancer. The main thing that I want you to know about September is that Mars is blazing forward all month long, okay? All month long, Mars is very active. As you know, planets are retrograde. Basically, the entire solar system, other than Mars. But we're going to get to that because Mercury is finally going to go direct on the 15th. It will still be in its shadow phase during the second half, but also Venus is waking up. All right, September 4th, Sleeping Beauty, finally getting up from her long beauty nap. So, but the main thing is Mars, and Mars is in Libra. All right, and that is Mars does not like being in Libra. Mars is, here's the thing about Mars in Libra. Mars is, as I said in my last reading, the ruler of Aries. Where did Aries come from? The god of war. Libra is all about peace. And so Mars is in detriment in Libra. It's actually, the opposite sign. And so just expect a little bit of maybe some challenges, maybe some aggressive things that happen in your home sector, because Mars in Libra is in your fourth house. And so this is everything that has to do with your actual home. All right. It could be your actual home that you have a lot of attention on. It could be family. It could be children. It could be even your partner. And so keep that in mind. The whole goal is to find that balance. I've been saying in every sign, you are on a kayak this month. Okay. All your friends, your family, they're in the kayak. They've had a little too much to drink. You've got, Henry over here that's got the wine bottle in his hand leaning over on this side of the kayak, and there's Jerry over there who's still she's got a martini glass in her hand, and she's got like a blowhorn, and things are a little bit chaotic, right? And they're they're making the kayak go like Mwah. It's your job to make sure that this kayak is balanced, okay? This is the kayak of your life. So it really is taking charge and really owning Mars and Libra at this point, okay? Again, there could be, some hiccups. There could be some speed bumps. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be one of those months, but as long as you can control it and maintain it and tame it, you will be fine. Cancer, I have to not constantly, but I do have to remind you that you are a cardinal sign. So even though everyone says, oh, Cancer, the sensitive types or whatever, you're a leader, okay? You're a huge leader, all right? So keep that in mind. In fact, Mars and Libra are the cardinal signs are going to adjust the best, okay? They're going to work with this the best. So that's already on your side. So I really like that for you. Now, September is kind of like Jekyll and Hyde. The first 2 weeks are very different from the last 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks, even though Venus is just starting to wake up, right? It's just think about you waking up from that. Like, you don't wake up and then you just go and, go on a zip line and go nuts and party, right? You wake up, you yawn, and you go to your kitchen, you fix a cup of coffee, right? That's what Venus is doing, okay? And it's shadow period. So we're giving Venus a little bit of time. But as Venus starts to go direct, Venus is in your second house of salary, okay? And Venus does rule money. And so you may start seeing a lot of activity move forward in that department in finances, okay? Venus is also love, right? So keep that in mind. When I say love, self-love as well. All right. I want you to remember that. That is a big message coming through. And actually, when you think about it, the second house is also self-worth and self-value. So there could be a lot of that awakening in that areas, and you may have all these breakthroughs this month. And I say that because we have 6 trines. Amazing, right? Amazing. So even though the first 2 weeks of September could be a little slow, but also maybe a little chaotic with Mars going like bonkers, there's still great aspects. I'll tell you right now, on the 8th, the Sun is trining Jupiter. Cancer. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Because this is not only the best and luckiest day of the month, it's among the best and luckiest days of the year. Keep that in mind. And again, we'll talk about that later. That's just one of several great aspects that's happening this month. So this is definitely going to be pretty interesting, very, very interesting month. Now, the other thing is that with Mars, just remember you're on this kayak with a lot of people you know, and you got to keep it balanced. So it is your job to make sure that things are really balanced. That you are it's smooth sailing, right? Smooth sailing. Things can be like really extreme, or they can be really mellow. You just don't want that kayak to like flip over, right? You want to keep it balanced. That's going to be your job for this month. But I want you to know that it is all about that equilibrium, because remember, this Mars and Libra activity, and again, I'm only talking about this because it is a big thing. Again, in your home sector, family, children, and even your partnerships, right? Your lovers or whatnot. It's all the way up until October, and it's happening up until the solar eclipse that we do have at that time. Okay, so in Libra, by the way. So there's going to be a lot of changes, but it's right now that you have to manage it. All right. So now the second week of September, that's when we have the new moon in Virgo. So Mercury actually goes direct. Mercury is no longer retrograde halfway through the month. Okay, so this is really great. Mercury is going direct. Mercury will still be in Virgo up until October, but it will be direct at that time. And in the middle of the month, we also have the new moon in Virgo. So you can expect a lot of new things starting to open up, okay, for you. New moons are new cycles, new beginnings, new opportunities. And again, this is in Virgo, and that is in your 3rd house. So a lot of things with communication. There could be some writing, a little bit of education in there as well, learning new things as well. But it also rules siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbors, if that's a matter. So with the fact that there's all this activity in your 4th house, your domestic sector, you could be moving, okay? And you could be getting new neighbors, or you could, people could be moving into your place, and you could be getting new neighbors that way. But in any case, short distance travel is also a big thing that's happening. Travel in general, by the way, because you can't forget Saturn and Pisces. And for the first 2 weeks of September, we're still under the umbrella of the full moon in Pisces that happened at the end of August, and that was in your 9th house, all right, which also rules travel as well. So could be a lot of travel activity that's happening for y'all through this month. But in any case, what's happening? What else is happening? I did mention that Mercury is going to be in Virgo until October 4th. And again, as I've said in my other readings, first, Virgo is a very, it's like a softer sign. It's like a very feminine sign. And so what I love about what's happening here is that Virgo is a mutable sign too. So it's adapting to change. We're moving into, fall here in the northern hemisphere. That's going to happen on September 3rd. That is when actually the sun moves into Libra, by the way. And so we are moving into Libra season, and that is really good for you. I love the fact that sun is moving into Libra at the same time Mars is in Libra, because the sun is all about optimism. It's all about, growth. It's shining all that light in those dark corners, take of your life, and shining the shadows out. It's also, like a sense of resolution. So again, like with Mars being, I've been making this reference. Mars has got a water gun at your party, and you're having an I love dry sand party. Okay. And so thankfully the sun is there. The sun is kind of just like the security guard, the monitor, and the sun's looking over you. You're like, take care of that, right? You see what's happening with Mars. So again, it's your duty there, but the sun is shining light on that. So it is a very interesting month. There's a lot happening. The last thing that I'm going to mention is that we do have a full moon at the end of the month that will be in Aries. Okay, so keep that in mind. That is the first thing I want you to do is think about what happened for you around March 21st when we have that new moon in Aries. Okay, and remember, there's always a cycle to this. All right, so whatever you were working on or trying to manifest or thinking about around that time, you could find some sort of conclusion or clarity around this time, around this full moon in Aries. And this is definitely going to be your 10th house of career. So there could be something that comes with career. Okay. So keep that in mind. And that is a big thing, especially with, remember, Venus is waking up in your second house of salary. Also, you can also even think about April 19th. That's when, it was conjuncting the North Node that was in Taurus at the time, which is very interesting because that is your hopes and wishes, house of hopes and wishes, also your social network. It's not the one that's really corresponding, but it was like that rare time where we had 2 new moons in Aries in a row. But you can also think about what happened around that time because you're still feeling the energy of the new moon that happened in Aries in March. All right. So that said, Cancer, let's go ahead and let's get to it. Let's see what's going on for you for September 2023. This is for Cancer Sun and Cancer Rising. If you want to read for your Venus, your moon, you're absolutely welcome to. I would recommend both because Venus is finally going direct. Which is very nice. And then, this new moon, beautiful new moon, really powerful. Same thing with the full moon. Beautiful full moon in Aries. I love this full moon in Aries. And again, with all these aspects, we're going to talk about them a lot more in my weekly readings. And they will affect Cancer rising more than Cancer, but all Cancers will feel it, okay? And lastly, if you are new to my channel, I do leave all the key astrological dates in the description box if you do want to follow along. So Cancer, let's go ahead and let's get to it. See what's going on for you for September 2023. So Cancer, you'll see my dog has joined me, and it's been a while, but we came back from a really long WALK, and she has been, she's conked out. So we do not want to wake her up, but I'm going to try to make do because she takes up all my table space. And again, I just want to remind you, I'm doing this reading while Mercury is retrograde. So we're going to hope for the best here. Hey, you're good. You're good, Cancer. Look at this. Wow. So it looks like remember how I said like career activity? And when I say career, it doesn't necessarily, it can be your job, sure, but it can be like how you want to be seen in public, how you see yourself as well, especially with all that confidence energy, self worth energy in your second house. It can also be public achievements, being recognized in your community or family, or even on a global scale. Hey, you could be like, you could be, Drew Barrymore watching this. I don't know. But at the same time, it is showing up here. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be good. Okay. You got the Ace of Cups, and so we love this. I feel like you got this in just recently, but anyway, this is amazing. This is saying that something new has come into your life that's brought you emotional fulfillment, something that was a little bit more major than words can express. I mean, this is very rapturous, all right? Intense joy, intense pleasure. Remember, cups, feelings, emotions, even intuition, all right? I am getting a good, like relationship, partnership energy that's coming through, because that's really great. But there could have been something just really for you, like deeply personal as well, all right? So I absolutely love that, especially because Mars in Libra. Remember, Libra is a native ruler of the partnerships and relationships. So that could be a big theme that's happening for y'all this month. But even still, there could have been a lot of y'all that moved into a new relationship or just had something that brought you so much joy. Could have even like brought you to tears. Just something that was really nice that happened. Now, you got the Knight of Swords in the heart of your spread. You're ready to go. This is a month where your mind will be going a million miles a minute. You have a lot of ideas. You have a lot of let's go energy. It's almost like these retrogrades are happening, but even though these retrogrades are happening and they slow things down and maybe make things a little bit like sludgy, you are still on fire and things will be happening, especially with Mars. Again, Mars blazing forward, things will still be happening. All right. You're ready. You're ready. And it's almost like nothing will stop me now. Energy. There's a lot of courage that you have, a lot of boldness, a lot of like even just being very like your mind is like you're just ready. You're ready to move forward. It's actually very nice. Very nice. Remember that I said that Mercury is in Virgo, retrograde in Virgo for the first half of the month, and then it's Mercury is in Virgo direct for the second 2 weeks of the month, okay? And that is your third house of communication, but swords are all about what's going on up here, okay? So I love the alignment of what's happening, but you're great. You're great. And like I said, Mercury and Virgo in your third house. Very interesting because this card, Knight of Swords, is Gemini. And Gemini is not only ruled by Mercury, but is the native ruler of the third house. So there could be a lot of conversations we're having this week. This month. A lot of there's an example of like Mercury retrograde, like me, like, yeah. But there is a sense of like, there could be a lot of big conversations we're having this month. It can be a lot with family, but it can be a lot with career as well. Now, you did get the 8 of Cups in your challenge area. So really time to let something go for sure. It's time. It's time to let something go. And you may feel it just happen too. But there is a sense of you having to take action to completely let go. That's what this Venus retrograde was for. It was for you to just really explore those things, go really deep. When it comes to love, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to things that bring you pleasure, having outgrown some of that and understanding you've outgrown some of it, but also knowing it brings you, doesn't bring you as much pleasure as it used to in the past. You can see he's walking away from the cups here. Nothing wrong with the cups. He just knows something's better, okay? Something's better for him out there. So, but with it coming up in your challenge area, it is just, with what's happening here, it's almost like there's something new coming through, or has come through, or will come through, but you need to like make space for it. So let some of these things that just don't bring you pleasure, let them go now, okay? Let them go. It could be for a lot of Pisces, a lot of Cancers. There's another Mercury retrograde slip. A lot of Cancers. It could be something that has to do with the way that you see things, okay? Your philosophy of things. It can possibly do with even traveling, okay? A sense of traveling. And actually, maybe that was a intentional slip, because this card is attributed to Saturn in Pisces, okay? And so that is a lot of traveling there for y'all. Long distance travel. There could be a sense of maybe you traveled a lot for work and business, but now you want to spend more time with your family, stay at home. Maybe there could be changes this month where it requires you to be at home a lot more now. Or maybe you could have been traveling a lot for pleasure, but now you want to you have this moment of clarity where you're like, I just want to make a lot more money now. I just want to, do you know what I mean? Like, I want to save money and whatever, invest in something. But either way, you got the Wheel of Fortune in your crown. So this is great. I absolutely love it. The Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Jupiter. And so Jupiter is a planet of good luck, good fortune, prosperity. And like I said, Jupiter is right now in Taurus, and that is your 11th house. And so there is a sense of a lot of y'all who it's just like, you have hopes, you have wishes, you have dreams, you have a vision. And you want all the luck in the world to make it all happen now. So you're laser focused on that, but you're also seeking this change in your life. A really big change. This is a game-changing card. Wheel of Fortune is 10 when 0 equals 1, which is all about this new beginning. And remember, we started off with the Ace of Cups in your past, which is a new beginning, or a new opportunity, or a new cycle. And again, this is a big month where there are a lot of changes that will be happening, all right, based on your activity, you owning, Mars at this time in your life, and really keeping that kayak balance. Now, you did get the 8 of Pentacles in the root of your spread. I absolutely love this, okay? Absolutely love this. It's almost like with the Wheel of Fortune in your crown, and with everything that's happening here, it's almost like you're putting blood, sweat, tears, heart, and soul into something that you're really passionate about. A lot of y'all, it'll resonate with career. I mean, this is Pentacles. It'll resonate with money, things that you want to monetize, but also just something that you're very passionate about. Again, career related, money and wealth, but it can also be relationships. But even still, it's like you're being laser focused. Now, here's why I love this. Okay. Remember what I said. Beginning of the month, all month long, Mercury will be in Virgo, right? And Mercury's retrograde in Virgo in the first half, and that's actually a good aspect because you're identifying all those issues and challenges and correcting course. But also, the sun is in Virgo, all right, for the first few weeks of September. This card is attributed to Sun in Virgo. So Virgo is all about service to others. It's all about like working hard. And look at what's happening here. He is laser focused. He's removed himself from the village. He is working hard on those pentacles. All he wants to do is reach the finish line. All he wants to do is cash in. All he wants to do is reach his legacy. Okay, so there is a sense of you really just laser focused on the things that you're pushing for, really passionate about, really wanting this month. I really love that. I really love what's happening here. It's like nothing is. It's almost like these retrogrades aren't even. They're not even going to slow you down. Like you're going to be fine. Because look at what you got in your future. You got the King of Wands. Hello. Hi, Cancer. You're good. You're really good. You're absolutely good. First things first, King of Wands is like the entrepreneur, okay, of the kings. All right, you remember the wands are all about your passions, ideas, creativity, but it is very work related, enterprise related, job related. I say he's the Steve Jobs of tarot. Steve Jobs was so inspiring. He was so influential. It's the King of Wands. He didn't have to work for anyone else. And in fact, the King of Wands, he's sitting in this throne because he worked hard to get here. He's not sitting in here in this throne from like succession or lineage. It was all his passion, okay? All his passion. You even see the salamander at his corner, but also through his robe, one even in the form of the Ouroboros, okay? The unity of all things, change, whatnot. But salamanders back in the medieval times were considered to be fireproof. They could live through fire, and wands are the fire suit. This is absolutely amazing. So the second thing here is that the King of Wands is Leo, and like what I said, Venus in Leo in your second house of salary, income, and self-worth, and confidence, and whatnot. And he's very confident. He's ready. He's good. You're good. Okay? You're good. And remember, Venus is not only just like money, but love and creativity and I mean, like, you're good. So whatever throne you want to sit on, it's in your future. The potential is there. Just make room for it, okay? With that 8 of Cups in your challenge area. Now, let's get to your stuff. Cancer, if you like this reading, it would be so great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. I want to hear from you. I want to know what's going on. And if you are a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. You know I love you. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. So I am truly grateful. I really do appreciate it. So, Cancer. Oh my God. You know, Cancer, I'm not going to say you're good. I'm going to say you're legendary. You're legendary. Look at this. This is going to be a really big month for you. I told you this is a lot of things in your life are going to change this month. It is going to be a life-changing month. And if you're a subscriber, you know I say that word very loosely. I think it's really dramatic, life-changing, but oh my goodness. Let's get started. You got the Hermit. Okay. Hey. So, if there's anything that I would encourage you to do is just go within. All right, I always say it, you're one of the most intuitive signs. You are very in touch with your intuition and your emotions, but this is a month where that's going to really help, especially with that Mars and Libra energy. Okay, but the bigger thing is the Hermit is Virgo. Okay. And so, again, a lot of that Virgo energy coming up here, especially with the 8 of Pentacles and is what's happening astrologically as well. All right. So really, really, really absolutely love that for you. So it's almost like this is, it's really just saying like, if you have any questions about your future, any doubts about your future, go within. You have all the answers within you, okay? Spend that time. Just really, really spend that time getting in touch with your higher self. Like, you will be fine. You will be fine. Pay attention to your intuition. That's the biggest thing of all. When you are in touch with your intuitive side, you make, sounder judgments, better decisions. You get all those little winks from the universe. You pay attention, all those synchronicities, like the 888s and the 1111s. You're gonna be good. Speaking of which, I do have a guest speaker, my first, and I think that you would love her, Susan King. You've probably already heard of her. She is like one of the very well-known intuitive, and if you want to use the word psychic, like psychic as well. But she will be on the show talking about intuition. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be September 10th. There should be a thing for it, but yes. So now moving on. Hello, you got the world in your external factors area. Not only did you get the Wheel of Fortune, you got the world. It looks like, and these are the only two cards where you see the 4 fixed signs in the corners, okay, of the wheel and of the world. And the 4 fixed signs, they bring that stability, okay? And then 4, obviously a lot of order. And there's just so much significance with 4 seasons. We could go on forever for 4, but you've come to the end of the hero's journey, the fool's journey, through the journey, your journey, by the way. So this is indicating in your external factors area, coming with a King of Wands, by the way. This is indicating you're coming to the end of this one journey. You're starting a new journey this month, a new chapter in your life, a new cycle, a big one, a brand new journey. And you're coming to the end with, look at the dancing figure in the middle. A lot of achievements here, okay? You see the wreath. You see she's holding the 2 magician's batons. We know we started off with a magician. So this is really great. And through the journey, there was all these polarities and dualities. This is the merging and the union of it all. Even all that masculine and feminine energy. The dancing figure here is actually referred to Hermaphroditus, which is the child of Hermes and Aphrodite. So again, merging of that masculine and feminine. But you see that the wreath, the garland here is in the shape of a 0. So we're back to the Fool, referencing the Fool, right? Which is 0 in the Fool's journey. In the major arcanas, you are really, really good. You have this, oh my goodness. You also have the Page of Wands. You want this new thing. You want this new thing in your life. You want transformation in your life. A lot of seeking, okay? Remember, do that soul searching. A lot of that, you'll find a lot of answers. There's a lot of stuff that you want and a lot of stuff that you're going to get, okay? A lot of stuff that you're going to get in terms of your passions and career, okay? And career, but even ideas that you have that you may want to, ideas that you have that can be you could be the next Einstein type ideas, right? That you really want to launch or put into action, put wheels in motion. Go with it. You got the 10 of Pentacles in your final outcome. Come on, Cancer. You're legendary. You see that everything that you're working toward here, you're going to get. Remember, 8 of Pentacles, okay? And then you're going to get it. You got it, the 10 of Pentacles in your final outcome. And the other thing I'm going to point out while we are here, everything in tarot, every card, every detail is there for a reason, right? And you see that he is sitting on a wooden bench. Wooden benches in tarot means it's temporary. So all this hard work isn't you're not going to be doing it forever. And then with this in your final outcome, you've made it. This is the you made it card. This is a card of prosperity. This is a card of legacy. This is a card of your kingdom come. It's raining pentacles in the form of the tree of life. This is wealth. This is abundance. Remember, I said Venus is waking up, and you have the King of Wands in your future next to the world. You have the Wheel of Fortune. You're good. And then remember 10, 10 equals one new beginning. So you are good. A lot of family energy here too. You see the 3 generations of family at play. You see that big harvest. You see how big that castle is. Like when I say you made it, like expect that there is going to be this sense of like success and prosperity. Even like, there could be some sort of inheritance too, some activity around inheritance, but even still, you're good and legendary. This is great. Cancer, September's going to be amazing. Okay? Just let that one thing go that you know is not serving you well anymore. Like you have an amazing spread. All right? So, as I promised, I break it down week by week. First week of September, Venus is going direct again. That is like that's in your second house, so salary and finances, but also self-worth and self-value. We have Mercury trining Jupiter, which is amazing. You could hear really good news. It's a really good time to travel. Remember, there's a travel energy with y'all. Really good time to travel, but with Mercury being retrograde, a good time to travel to places that are nostalgic, okay? Maybe some of the places you've been to that you loved before. Jupiter does go retrograde. It's just in low power mode until December. But it also means that there could be other things there could be things that you've like abandoned or overlooked or may have forgotten about, and they come up around this time, but in in a good way, okay, with a lot of luck and prosperity around it. Now, the sun is conjuncting Mercury on the 6th. We have a major Kazemi, huge light bulb moment. It's a good time to share ideas, okay? Good time to share ideas. Especially with Mercury in Virgo. Remember, I said that's a really big thing for you. Communication is a big thing for you this month. All right. And then on the 8th, the sun is trining Jupiter. Best day of the month. One of the best days of the year. Luckiest day of the month. So much optimism this day. There's a sense of success, personal growth, overcoming any challenges, obstacles. So, loving all this. Again, we're under the shadow of the Pisces full moon, and a lot of planets are retrograde. So it's really interesting because we have all these amazing aspects that are happening as well. All right. So let's go ahead and see what's going on for you, Cancer, for the first week of September. You got the 9 of Swords. Okay. Now, here's the thing. This is very interesting because 2 things. One, this is the most common card that comes up in everyone's readings. Okay, the majority of readings. Secondly, this is freakishly come up as the first card in the first week for a lot of readings. So I don't want you to freak out about this. This is just saying everyone's got free will. Okay, so there could have been something that did happen over that full moon period. It was kind of like a tough full moon in Pisces. And remember, I said we're still in the shadow of that. And so it's a time of letting something go. Remember, you have the 8 of Cups. It's time to let something go that's not serving you well, because it could be keeping you from moving forward. Okay. You can see the young man here, the hands over the face. He is not in a good place. However, he put himself there, okay? He's choosing to sit in that bed and regret things or feel sorry for himself or, have self-pity or whatnot. But he has a choice to get out of bed and face tomorrow and face his challenges and face any truths, okay? You see that comforter. It works both ways. You see the roses there, okay? The beautiful roses. You see the amazing astrological symbols. So there's a lot of comfort in that comforter, but it does work both ways. You can have that comfort in feeling really bad about anything that did happen in the past, or something. It's not really something that happened in the past. What's coming up for me is really more about something that may be going on in the first week, where it's taking up a lot of headspace, and something could happen where it puts you or it has the potential to put you in that place. But again, just remember, we have amazing aspects of first week, okay? of September, you want to take advantage of that. You want to get out of that bed, okay? You want to get out of that bed because if you stay in low energy frequencies, it's going to be harder for you to reach the things that you want, all right? So, with that said, get out of bed. With that said, get out of bed. So, how much time do we have, by the way? Where am I? Okay, why don't I clarify? I will even clarify it for you, all right? So, for this Nine of Wands, yeah. Oh, you got to get rid of. There definitely is something that you have to that you're thinking about that you have to let go. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You got the Devil. So the thing that you may be thinking about the first week of September could be something. Well, it's definitely something that's not serving you well. Okay. Secondly, remember I said Mars in Libra. Well, check this out. Libra, as I told you, is the native ruler of partnerships and relationships. Now, the Devil is ruled by Capricorn. Capricorn for you, Cancer, right now, guess where it is? In your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So it looks like for a lot of y'all, it could be something about partnerships. It could have been maybe a breakup. It could have been something that maybe even an ex came into a picture. If you're not here for relationships, it could be an ex-boss or ex-colleague, or there could have been something that has to do with partnerships, relationships, one-on-one relationships in any sort of form, okay? Any sort of form that is causing you a little bit of like the Nine of Swords energy, maybe grief, maybe remorse, maybe regret or whatnot. But you got to let it go. You got to break free from these chains, okay? Remember, you did get the Eight of Cups in your challenge area. So there is something you're going to have to let go the first week, all right? You have the power to do it. It's going to be... I feel like with the way that all the planets are set up for the first week, you have a lot of great support around you. And then remember, you did get the Ace of Cups in your past. So it's like you could even could have like guilt, like if you did end a relationship and you started a new one, and this person's like your soulmate, like, and then you ran into like your ex on the street, like, and then you start getting in your head and feel guilty about it. Like that's just like whatever. Very basic analogy, but you will be fine. You just have to let something go now. Okay, let something go that you know doesn't that you should not be thinking about or doesn't serve you well. All right. So 2nd week of September, we do have that new moon in Virgo. Uranus is very harmonious at this time. I love that. It's going to bring some surprises, really nice surprises. You could hear really good news. You could even be you could have a contract come around this time. Remember, Mercury is going direct around this time too, so that's really good. We have the Sun trining Uranus the next day. This is going to happen on the 15th. Another day of where you could just hear surprising news. You could actually even feel like you could be curious about doing new things and being very adventurous at this time. And then I love that Venus squares Jupiter again on the 16th. We've had a couple of these already. So it really is a time of breakthrough, even treating yourself at this point after, these really harsh aspects we've been going through, really treating yourself. So 2nd week of September is that's when things start moving forward. So anyway, let's see what's going on for you for the 2nd week of September. You're going to be fine. You got the Hierophant. Do that. So not only did you get the Hermit, you also got the Hierophant. Okay. So do that deep soul searching. And it looks like you, I'm getting an impression that you will be really in touch with your intuitive side this month. There are going to be moments that happen, especially with Mars and Libra, which is going to ask you to like really go within so you can control what's happening in your external world. And you got the Hierophant, okay? So 2 things here. 1, he is a connector between the divine, and our physical world, right? But very influential as well. But someone who has that deep sacred knowledge and wisdom. So it seems like that you are going to have that, okay? There could also be someone in your life that brings it out of you. But there is going to be a sense of like all this wisdom that you're filled with, especially with that Venus squaring Jupiter. Jupiter is like brings all that wisdom too. So there could be some sort of breakthrough energy. Now, the other thing that I really love is the Hierophant is Taurus. Okay. And remember what I said, Jupiter and Uranus are in Taurus. Okay. So remember, second week, Sun trining, Sun trining Uranus and Venus squaring Jupiter. They're both in Taurus, which is your 11th house. So organizations you belong to, groups you belong to, you could be very powerful in those areas. Okay. It also rules your hopes and wishes and dreams. So really nice, really nice. You could be like becoming a lot more influential. Okay. So I really love that for you. Now, the third week of September, the biggest thing is Sun trining Pluto. And we are definitely going to talk more about this in the weekly reading. This is huge. This is powerful. It's like a very powerful 5-star day. It could actually be really, really intense too. Okay. But it's a great trine. Just remember that. It's a great trine. Just, remember, it's all about taking control of your life this month, especially with Mars in Libra. And so Sun trining Pluto, remember what I said, Pluto is in Capricorn in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So that may be a thing for y'all. But in any case, it's just really all about empowerment. But we will talk more about it on the 23rd. Speaking of Libra, Sun enters Libra. This is when we have, we're officially into fall in the Northern Hemisphere. Sun entering Libra, I like this because it's joining Mars. Okay, it's joining Mars. Again, we will talk more about this when we do the weekly, but Cancer, a lot of activity with family, home, relationships, children. But let's see what's going on for you, okay? Let's see what's going on for you for the third week of September. Oh, gosh. You're good. You're good. You're good. I mean, you got the 6 of Wands, which is all about victory. It's all about success. It's all about achieving the things that you want. You see that it's a procession happening. The people cheering him on, like you're good. You're golden. Remember, wands are not only your passions, but a lot of career energy too. Okay. It's really, remember how I said the Hierophant? There's a sense of you becoming a lot more influential at this point, and even inspiring, especially remember you got the King of Wands in your future too. But people listening to you now, whether groups or organizations, and that's what the Hierophant is. He really does rule that as well. But with that being said, you have the 6 of Wands right after it. And 6 of Wands is all about eminence, okay? And so if you think about the etymological root of eminence, it's eminere, to rise above. Like, you're good. You're really good. Cancer. Now, the last week of September, we have Mercury trining Jupiter again. This is absolutely amazing. I really love this for you. This is the second time of the month. Yeah. We have 2 in the month. I like, it's insane. It's insane. Really good day for social activity, groups activity. You already have Jupiter in that aspect of your 11th house. And even like business deals, it's a really good day to be just like really clear in communication. We have the full moon in Aries on the 29th. Okay. And so remember, I did say that is your 10th house of career, public recognition, honors, achievements. This is beautiful because Mars at this point, Venus is pretty much like, she's at the end of the month now. She's pretty much direct, okay? Pretty much direct. But they're dancing. They're having a wonderful time. This is a great time for relationships, actually, and that is a big theme for y'all. So we also have Mercury trining Uranus on the 30th. We'll talk about this more, but this is beautiful. This is amazing. This is really letting your creativity flow. There could be just an overload of creativity. Remember, creativity, sure, very cliche word, but really break it down. Really think about it, okay? Being creative, creating too, All right, so let's see what's going on for you for the last week of September. Oh, Cancer, you're good. This is honestly, I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna be one of the best months of the year for you. All right, of the year. You have no idea. First of all, Queen of Cups. This is, all that love. It's almost like there's so much warmth that's coming through the last week, especially with that full moon in Aries. I really love that for you. This is you sitting in this throne with like so much love, all that self-love too. Remember, I said that's a big thing for you this month. That comes with the Queen of Cups. What's really interesting and what I really love is that the Queen of Cups is Cancer. Okay. All the queens are cardinals, okay? And then the cups are water. You're the cardinal water sign. And so you see her feet in the water here, by the way. So really being in touch with your emotional side, really having that emotional depth, that emotional intelligence, really also like a sense of ascension, okay? Now, I say that because two things here. In your final outcome, you did get the 10 of Pentacles. Now, one thing that I'm going to point out that I rarely point out, but you see the checkered wall in the background here? So that alludes to, and it's the only one in of all of tarot, it really alludes to you entering this next dimension, this higher dimension, okay? Now, with the Queen of Cups, one of few cards that has violet in it. Okay, think about the crown chakra. I mean, this is like divine awareness. This is, Violet has the shortest wavelength when it comes to light. And so it has like this, like the highest vibration. The Queen of Cups is very intuitive, almost to a psychic level. But I do love the violet in the cup. But anyway, you are ascending. This is definitely one of the best monthly forecasts that you've had. 1,000%. I'd have to look back and see if it was of the year, but I would say of the year so far, this is your best monthly forecast of the year so far. Look at your spread. Look at your spread. You have the World. You have the Wheel of Fortune. You have the Ten of Cups. You're entering this brand new cycle in your life that's very auspicious, very powerful. Okay, just let that one thing go. Release that one thing that doesn't serve you well. But the fact that you have the Six of Wands, the Hierophant. I mean, yeah. Come on. Yeah, I don't even. You see all this. You see all this. Like, it's amazing. It's amazing. But just let that one thing go that that doesn't serve you well. Do a little bit of just get in touch with your intuitive side. A lot of that is coming up, remember, with the Queen of Cups as well as the Hermit, even the Hierophant here. But there is something new that you want. You definitely are ready for this change in your life, and it's coming. And you deserve it. Cancer, you're amazing. Thanks so much for tuning in. Again, if you like this reading, it would be great if you subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. And if you are a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.